Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium. The smoke machine is rolling and the Miami Hurricanes making their customary grand entrance onto the field. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team recharged after a much-needed bye week, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Canes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors.
2-9 Philly.
Snags it quickly on the left. At the 35, he's open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
Ready, break.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early.
Ready.
They go to the ground. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all offseason. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue!
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield.
Okay,
I expect to see more run plays coming up.
The Tigers are moving quickly down the field.
Clear! 6-9-1, Gator Spar!
Leaves it with the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Ready,
This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game.
Oh, look out. There he goes. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Ready up.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal.
Igloo. Igloo.
Takes a handoff. It's Baldridge. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Okay.
After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11. He's looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets a block. And the returner is stopped. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
2nd down now after the sack. These corners going to give these receivers some space.
Reload.
They'll give it on the counter. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Ball in the air, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 30. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you got to capitalize on this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
Got it.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
Set. Hut. Ready, ready.
The give to the tailback. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Miami! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. It takes advantage of great field position.
Okay,
Now
ready?
a 2-point conversion attempt coming up.
Jackrabbit. Ready, go.
Pushes ahead. He'll be stopped short of the goal line. They went for 2, hoping to vault on top, but they're still sitting a single point behind. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25.
Ready.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Ready.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
Lasso. Lasso. Hut.
The run to the right. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, what they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
Ready up.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down.
Out 55 weak. Logger. Logger. Gaucho. Ready, ready.
Trying to pick up a first down.
Green 25. Alert, alert. Check, check.
Handoff to the single running back. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there.
Okay.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part. Jesse, this offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
On the set.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Down.
He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Got it in the middle. It's Toner. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, you should just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Ready.
The Hurricanes with the 1st and 10.
Spider. Ready.
They'll leave it with him. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Ready.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Set. Ready.
Running back searching for a hole. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
On the ready.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here.
Unlock. Set. Go.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long. So that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
The Canes get enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They'll give it to the back. Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5. Ball spotted at the 12.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
42 Spider. 4-2.
The give to the back. Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone, and they're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Tough, hard-nosed running. He got 3, but he needed 4. It's 4th down and 1.
On the double.
They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And the Hurricanes come to the line trying to convert on 4th down.
Clear.
Try to get it on the ground. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
4th and 1, I gotta know my situation. I gotta know I can't mess around as a running back. I gotta get through the hole, make the first down. No matter what, if I gotta run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that first down.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
On the ready.
If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D.
Alert. Can.
Trying to pound it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Here we go.
On the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
That is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ranked teams having at it this week, and take a look at what's going down. Northwestern is just getting blown off the field right now, and it may continue to get worse before it gets better. If it gets better. What a shocker today in Evanston. They're trailing by 14 to Ohio State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Ready.
2nd down coming up. Defense playing a bail technique.
Razor.
Give to the back. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. The give from the gun. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Ready?
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. run it from the gun. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10.
Cricket. Griffin.
He's going to pass. Feeling some heat. On the run, still looking. He's going to fire to the left. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got some room to run. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
The give. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. He's going to take off. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a 1st down for his team. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the 2nd half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They open this 3rd quarter on top, and they've built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the 2nd half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to run for it. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the 1st, and keeping this drive alive.
Power football with the run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to the ground game on the left. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. And that's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The give to the back.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Ready, set.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Flip, flip. Ready, ready.
They'll try the run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Pound 55 weak.
Movement here from the tight end. Looking to move the chain. They throw it complete to the left. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who you trust the most.
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. Give to the single back. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. And you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Going with the ground game then. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Flare. Black 24. Black 24.
From the gun, the running back has it. Knocked off his feet, but not before he picks up 6 yards down to the 10. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? We just saw the big 3rd down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him outside, getting a one-on-one opportunity for him to use his size advantage.
On the
They've
set.
been great on 3rd down. Now to finish the deal on 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Barrels ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
On the double.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Here we go.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Ready.
This
break.
defense trying to stand tall on 4th and goal from the 2.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Motion from the offense. They'll try to blast their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Canes!
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
Why not double the try total and go for 2?
Spider.
They'll put the tight end in motion.
Go.
They'll try to slam it in. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback.
Got it.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Shakes off the defender. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field, but the run game has not been the problem today.
They've got the screen set up. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Pilot. Igloo. Igloo. Hornet. Hornet. Arrow. Arrow.
He wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Meadows. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
Love the work by the quarterback selling pass. You saw the linebackers just back out of the box. As soon as he handed it off, there was nobody home, and that led to a big gain.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. He's at the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Miami. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Northwestern is just getting blown off the field right now, and it may continue to get worse before it gets better. If it gets better. What a shocker today in Evanston. They're trailing by 25 to Ohio State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself. He unleashes a long one. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First and 10.
Lizzie. Down.
This defense will try to keep everything in front. He'll come out throwing on first down. Working the big fella to the corner. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Lofts one high and deep. And it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tigers! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength.
Lasso.
Handoff from the gun. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Hound 55.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. They'll run the screen. At the 35, he's got room. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Turns it on in midfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
They'll go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Give to the running back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? And by going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again.
Okay.
Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5.
Set. Check. Ready, go.
They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Trying to surge it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
And I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, you would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. And this coach
trying to burn this defensive back. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The DBs will back off a bit.
Terrier! Dino!
Going up top on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. The 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Touchdown, Canes! And the pummeling has started. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Beep, beep, beep. You know what that is? That's the garbage truck unloading the garbage time points right now.
And those garbage time points do count, though. And you're still playing the game, keep fighting, but it is that time when it's over, and nobody's really paying attention. Nobody's listening to me, or you, Reese, which not necessarily a bad thing.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week, you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Here we go!
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward. Man, this was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Got the quick pass. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.